Hello, hi, welcome. Got my Tampa Bay shirt on. It is super comfortable. This thing is so freaking comfortable. So is this hat, by the way. This hat is very comfortable. I love it very much. I guess I would say I'm from Tampa. Yeah, I grew up there, is what I would say. I was raised in Dallas. I was born in Cleveland, but I was raised in Dallas. I moved from Dallas to Tampa when I was about 15, maybe. I can't remember actually. And then I was there for like 10 years. I feel like the place where you learn to drive and you lose your virginity is probably the place that you consider home. I love Tampa. I really do. I love the whole Bay Area. My dad lives there right now, so I go back. I try to go back pretty often. I actually tried to recently move back there. We tried to, and it really didn't work out. There was some at the time didn't work out, so it's just been kind of like this ongoing process to figure out if that would actually work. But yeah, I grew up there. A lot of growing up happened there, is what I would say. More growing up happened there than anywhere else. You know, I met most of my long-term friends there. I went to college there, graduated high school there, other things. Yeah. Yep. It's cool. It's different than Dallas. Dallas is a little, I don't know. Tampa, the whole vibe is different, especially if you go over to the beach side. There's Tampa, and then over here there's some, like an island basically, that is St. Petersburg and Clearwater mainly. It's a different vibe over there. People are a lot more chill. Who cares? You know, that's kind of, the beach is right there, man. I don't give a shit. But Tampa, it's a melting pot. Very kind of accepting, cool place. I liked it as soon as I got there. People come from all over because you also have people who have houses down there that are called snowbirds that come down there from other places. During the winter in the north, they come down there. And, you know, Florida gets a bad rap for many reasons, but it's still pretty badass. It's still pretty cool. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, obviously I would say go to Florida. And not just the north. People go like stop at like Destin, like way up North Florida. I go down to like Tampa Bay and even Miami. Miami's like 3 hours from Tampa, but you know, Orlando is an hour from Tampa. Anyway, moving on. Football is about to start, which is kind of exciting because I am a Cowboys fan. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I've always been a Cowboys fan and I will forever be a Cowboys fan. Apparently preseason starts soon. I don't know how soon. I think like August something, like 10th, like not this coming weekend, but next coming weekend. That's kind of cool. I can't believe it's already fall. So it's also almost already over with July. July is almost like, peace out, I'm done. On to August. So I've been having some success with, not these videos, but doing them. I've been having some success with just trying to start and continue doing this habit of just, basically, I want to make a video, and that's why I'm doing it like this. I'm just whatever. I don't care. I'm just trying to get into, and I know some of these will suck and be kind of lacked in substance. I'm sorry if you don't like just hearing my voice and seeing my pretty face. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to just get over the fact that it needs to be this big production and this big perfect art piece, and really just trying to get over that so I can then make videos. If I just get to the point, I think for me it has to kind of be every day. You know, it has to be that hard of a push, because otherwise, you know, it's like, oh, I'll do it once a week, and then, you know, I get to that Saturday, I'm like, well, you know, I can't think of anything good. So it's not really that I'm lack commitment. It's that I have this issue of wanting to make something really great, which is good, but I mean, to the point where it's like making a film every like 6 months or a year. That's no way to really kind of try to be successful online. So I'm trying to get over that by just pushing to do videos every single day for the time being, so that I can get past that. Because I think once you get past that, you can just do it, right? Then you get this I think it's gonna be this creative Narnia that is just like, you're past a point where you don't have that perfection gene. You know, you're kind of pushing that out. You're kind of pushing out the, you know, what will people think problem. When you have to do this, you know, every day, it's like, well, you know, this one sucked. Okay, whatever. I'll get back to it tomorrow. You know, or you know, this one got no reaction. Okay, I'm going to make one again tomorrow, and you kind of have that like just keep going and putting stuff out there, and like people, you know, may give flack eventually. Right now they're not saying anything, super quiet, there's nothing going on. So even from people that I know, I'm not getting anything from that, so that kind of sucks, and getting past that is the first step. It's great, I'm already kind of getting past that, and that's a big thing I think as a creator, as a performer, as a filmmaker, as an actor, as a writer, as anything in artist, anything in the realm, to be able to be successful in this kind of day and age, you got to get past that, because you got to really, your success comes from the content that you create. I mean, it can come from other things. You can get an agent, you can go that route, but you don't have to. You can do it on your own. You can get to that next level on your own. I mean, tons of people are doing it. I'm not saying just to be a millionaire. I'm saying just to be like, live on your own, you know, make your own living, you know, but even to be in that high stakes, you know, superstar, you don't need anybody. You can just do it yourself. So I'm trying to, you know, just get past it. And the first step is like getting past not even any people that I know saying anything about anything that I do. So it's kind of like, okay, well, just starting over, just. And just so some of you know, if you are watching this and you have been my friend for some time, I will tell you and apologize that you might notice that I'm a little bit different than I was before, and that has to do with a couple things. Number one is I'm no longer taking Adderall, so kind of makes you a dick, but that's, you know, one thing. Yes, but there was a much bigger thing. Number two, should be number one, but it's a real big deal, is that I was having an allergic reaction that caused me to be a little crazy. Now, I mean that literally. The number one, and I did not know this, the number one allergic reaction, the number one worst allergic reaction that you can have, besides dying, not being able to breathe, is psychosis. Okay, this is much better in my head. Crap, what's the right word? Nope, I don't want to say psychosis. I'm not crazy. It's more like it's psychological. There it is. Okay. And the number one thing that can happen from an allergic reaction, besides obviously, you know, not being able to breathe and dying, is psychological in your head. Kind of crazy. So it can be anything from a mild anxiety, which I had and I didn't have prior, to full-blown, world's ending, crazy. Oh my God, everything is closing in on me, super anxiety, can't even drive, everything scares me, normal things scare me. So I was dealing with that for like the past 11 years. See, what happened was I have an allergy to milk. I'm not lactose intolerant, I'm allergic to milk. And so for most of my life, we didn't know. And I was just sick all the time. I almost failed 4th grade because I missed so much school. Then we found out when I was 12, I went through tons of tests. I mean, gross drinking chalk while laying up on a Frankenstein metal board when I was 12 years old to figure out that I was allergic to milk, allergic to the enzyme in milk. So lactate pills would help, but it wouldn't solve it. And what they did help with was digestion, basically pooping out my butthole for like 3 days and feeling just completely awful, which I dealt with, and people knew that. That's fine. But then I just and then at some point, I cut out that completely. I cut it out. I cut out milk at all costs, and I was pretty okay until I got into college. When I was 19, living on my own, I started just kind of eating free willy and drinking and other stuff. So, and it started then. It started right around when I was 19 or 20, that I started getting freaked out about things that I normally did without any worries or nerves or whatever. I mean, I was nervous, like for instance, I was an actor and I did stand-up comedy even when I was like 17 and 18. But I was nervous, sure, but I wasn't like panic attack nervous. I wasn't like freaking out, holy crap nervous. And the first time that happened that I recall, which was strange because I backed out, which was strange, was I just got into my fraternity and we were going around for nominations for something called Big Man on Campus. And you have to have a talent. It's a, kind of a talent show, but it's in front of all the sororities and fraternities and stuff like that. And I raised my hand instinctively because my talent was I was going to do stand-up. I didn't know no one else was going to do stand-up and I would kill because I just came off doing a good set. And I was like, this would be perfect. And most of the time, it leads to extreme. You know, it would be my, you know, here I am big moment, because I mean, if I killed, then that could have done a lot of things, you know, performing in front of a couple thousand people. But then I backed out in the meeting, and that was the first time that I was like, I was very scared, which is not me. I'm not very scared. I mean, I could be nervous and shy when I was a kid. Well, maybe that makes sense. But I wasn't really like I would get on stage, I performed in over 20 productions. Like I would still do it. I mean, I was happy to do it. It made me happy. I mean, yeah, you get a little jitters, but you're not like full blown, you know, back out like that. And it happened again when I was asked to host a philanthropy, and I did it, but then I remember thinking and set down to the guy my pledge brother who created it. Yeah, I was just so nervous, and I was really kind of panicking, because again, it was in front of a couple, like I maybe about like a couple hundreds and hundreds of people. He said, man, if I'd known you'd been this nervous, I wouldn't have asked you. And that just kind of shocked me online. I'm like, when has anyone ever said that about me in hosting or performing? Like, never. That's never happened. That's not me. I was the lead actor in the place. You know what I mean? I never caught on. Meanwhile, I'm eating like wings and blue cheese. So where were we? We were at, I think we were in the Marshall Center at USF, and we were at, what's that place called? I don't know, but it's like, we were eating wings and blue cheese, and I was eating terribly at the time anyway, so I was ingesting this thing I was allergic to, and we just thought that nothing else was really happening except that I was, you know, be on the toilet for like huge amounts of pain if I didn't get lactate pills in me. But what we didn't realize was I should have been taking Benadryl because I was having other things going on that were going unnoticed for a long time. And it ultimately ended in me kind of going crazy when I was about 24. And probably the main reason why all this shit happened with my company, we dissolved, and you know, I got in fights with my best friend. I got in fights with my business partner, but I was acting out of fear. I was all the time I was scared about things that I normally wouldn't be. I started turning to doing a lot of drinking, and then I got turned on to Adderall by my girlfriend at the time, and that didn't help. A little weed and a lot of weed, and nothing seemed to help me get back to feeling like me. So that was the demise a little bit of a lot of friendships, probably, because I also became secluded, which is also unlike me. That's not really in my wheelhouse. I mean, I like my alone time, sure, I do. And I could spend all day with myself. That's weird. But I was not myself. I was having severe anxieties about driving. I mean, semi-recently, maybe as early as a couple months ago. And I thought that when my grandfather died, I stopped taking Adderall, and I thought that would end it, but it didn't. And then what kept going, and I was still dealing with, which wasn't really the Adderall at all. It wasn't really any of that. It was this allergic reaction that I was having that didn't realize that I was having. So I cut it out. I've cut milk out completely, and I popped Benadryl for like, I'm still doing it, honestly, because it takes a while for it to completely get out of your system. And I am visibly different. I mean, my mom told me, she's like, I haven't seen you like this since we were back here when you were 13, 14. You know, you really haven't been the same since you were like, I mean, really, it was kind of more like 19, but she said 14. So I'm really, and I feel totally normal. I feel totally like myself, and I hadn't in a very, very long time. So I just want to say to any of my friends who are watching this, I'm sorry. What are you gonna do? I got a little crazy. I didn't know what was going on. I ran away, really, because I was so afraid. I haven't really been doing super duper since I've been back in Dallas for the past 5 years. It's not been super duper. I haven't been myself. But in the past, I think it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, can you tell that I'm just different? There's a video that I just did, and you might think, well, it seems like he's drunk or messed up or something. No, it was just midnight. I had a really long day, and I was committed to making these videos. And so I did it, and I just went on and talking, and I was just super duper tired. Just got back from a shoot, just trying to finish the day because I didn't get much. And I was just sitting there, like, ready to go to bed. I'm like, okay, and that's it. And I was just talking. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. Sleep time. Let's get done. So you guys can say hello to me, Daniel Kathman. People call me Dan Kathman. That happened because typo in a theater pamphlet, which is funny enough. People started calling me Dan Kathman. I was like, what? No, Okay. People start calling me Dan. Funny enough, but my whole life I've been a Daniel. I've gone by Daniel, but you can call me Dan. Call me Dan Kathman. One of my friends said, calling you Dan Kathman is like it's just what your name is. It's just, it's like calling someone Anna Marie, Dan Kathman. You can call me Dan Kathman, that's okay. My actual name's Daniel. Call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, Dan. I don't care. This light is pretty good. Check this out with this. All right. So I've talked quite a bit about nothing. So this was my filibuster. Hopefully you guys have a great day. I'm really trying to make a video every day. Like I said, just trying to hammer it. And now that feel completely like myself, it's gonna be pretty easy because I don't care very much. I've done this since I was 12. You guys are going to be toast. Now I've got the internet. I mean, honestly, I haven't felt like this since I was a kid. That's how crazy this allergic reaction has been. Like, I haven't felt like this since I was a kid. And now that I'm like, everything's like brand new. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, everyone's trying to make videos to think they're a boss. Wait till the big boss comes in here. That's me, bitch. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I love you. You guys have a great day. Come back and see me. We're gonna do this a lot more. You're gonna see me a lot more, whether you like it or not. You can unsubscribe. You can unfollow me, but your friends are gonna share my shit and you're gonna see me anyway. And we're gonna crawl back and be like, Dan, we love you. I love you too. Goodbye. I'll see you soon, baby. I'll see you soon. This is getting too weird. I'm just making this shit up. I don't know. This was fun, so I'm feeling good. Things are happening. I got this blue black backdrop. This is real. This is a blue backdrop. The reason why I got this is because a lot of times I wear black, like my heart. I wanted to get a blue one so you can see myself, so you can see the skin, baby. Look at this. Look at this. This is gonna get real weird. Come on, man, like my shit, man. Comment, say something. Be like, yo, dude, this sucks. I'm kidding. You can say that if you wanna die. I'm kidding. You can say whatever you wanna say. No one cares. No, but if you guys wanna support me, hold on. If you guys wanna support me, that'd be great. And if you don't, I understand. But eventually, you'll be mine. Have a great day. Thank you so much. I appreciate your liking me and still wanting to be my friends. Again, I'm sorry. If and when you hang out with me, I think that you'll see that I am more normal and myself, which some of you may never really even seen. Well, you will now, bitch. Get ready. Love you. See you later. Bye.